Controversial opinion, but if you have a token white and you're hanging out.
Wait a second here. Where the hell are they getting this? I'm the token white guy now?
The token white guy. Oh, YouTube, like, totally gonna grab a doob and, like, blaze it up, bruh. Oh, you gotta check out these these peaches and cream infused with HHC. The pre-rolls are like, 2 grams of, like, hemp. Oh, dude, like 400 milligrams of HHC. The premium quality, dude. Oh, uplifting, bruh. Oh, yeah.
Figure out where TikTok's getting all this information. Let's take a gander.
This is Sharon Marie Chester.
Hey, Sharon.
Licensed clinical social worker and racially literate white person.
I didn't know that was a degree, racially literate white person. She's a social worker. Supposed to be like a counselor, right? Help people get along.
To talk today about who a racist is.
Okay, let's hear it.
And what racist is.
What is it?
So, starting out, let's make this easy.
Easy like your mom. Woo!
White people are conditioned to be racist.
And that's not white people's faults. That is society's faults. Controversial opinion, but society conditions people. They do. It is what it is. Half the time, people are just naturally like that, but the other half is society encouraging it.
From birth.
Wait a second here. I was adopted by a black family, grew up in a black neighborhood. Does that make me a racist and I just don't know it yet?
It is our
No, it does not.
Is our conditioning.
If you are not actually dismantling racism, if you're not going to pull people up from the bottom of the pyramid to the top, then you are participating and benefiting from racism.
Let me get this right. The diversity hires, the getting into colleges because the color of your skin, that's not enough. I got to pull people up from the bottom. I got to give them my stuff. I think that's how this works.
All white people are racist.
Ah, here we go. Jesus Christ. All white people are racists. I am so sick and tired of it, dude. It's like, I'm not complaining to a point, but at the same time, it's like, okay, if you want racial and gender equality and all this equality, then if you're straight, white, cisgendered, and male, and you make comments towards the other side, you're seen as a racist, a sexist, a homophobic, a transphobic, etc. But they make comments about you based off of what you have going on, and it's perfectly accepted in our society. It's hypocritical as shit. Side note, Kanye West, divorce court. Damn, dude. Now I gotta pay Kim K child support, cuz. With Kanye West doing his mental bullshit, there's only so much a woman can put up with. So because of the fucking douchery that Kanye West has been doing, it's kind of karma, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, not trying to be that guy, but it's like Kanye West basically supports Hitler. And it's like, do you realize Adolf Hitler killed a bunch of black people and Jewish people? So for like Kanye West to be going off on Jewish people like that is just like, wow, dude. Considering all the oppression that black people have had to face, you think Kanye West would be going, hey, you know what? It'd make me look really stupid if I went and did this thing to these group of people over here who have also had to face oppression. Now Kanye West is probably going, fuck, what am I gonna do? You owe Kim K child support money, dog. And people are getting sick of Kanye's shit. They're like, some medication, some education, those might be the two things that will help Kanye West with his issues. Some medical marijuana and some education. Now, can you blame black individuals for thinking all white people are racist? Yes and no. No, because they've had to face all that oppression for so goddamn long. And yes, because not all white people are fucking racist. Uncomfortable elephant in the room, I know. Could you imagine, though, if you tried throwing a black person's black stereotypes in their face and you were white as shit? You'd be labeled a fucking racist. You'd be proving that stereotype right by saying, oh, hey, look, all white people are racist. Just, and it's like, here's the bitch about racism, dog. Racism exists in every fucking race. I mean, you look at Barack Obama, he's half black and half white. So it's like both sides coming together like, fuck racism, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's 2022 and we still got these people who are just at each other's throats verbally, mentally, and physically because of all this nasty society conditioning us. You know what I'm saying? A lot of it has to do with the environment you're raised in, who you are as a person, and how the society we live in conditions people.
I put this up because
Now, this woman, if you haven't seen her before, it's a great one. YouTube scrubbed it off the interwebs. She just basically is coming into a group of white women, primarily, and telling them they're all racist. And if you haven't noticed, they're the PayPal me after she tells the people they're all scumbags.
really want any white person in the room to know up front that this is what we're dealing with, that it's not going to be this coddling of white tears, and what that looks like.
White tears. So when white people start crying because they get a little bit of oppression, not the full package that black people have had to go through, but just a little bit, and they cry about it. They call that white tears, and I fully agree with calling it white tears. At the same time, it's like, can we just end the oppression? As long as you're not a sicko or an inhuman, racist, sexist piece of shit, or an abusive fucking retarded scumbag, who fucking cares outside of that?
Going to discuss, oh, maybe some of us have worked it out. No, you're always going to be racist, actually. So even when you're on your path to try.
So we're always going to be racist. There's no chance for redemption. And it's like, okay, but then if we try to redeem ourselves as people, we get told it's not good enough, or this isn't your fight, and you're a racist for trying. And if we don't try, you know what I'm saying? It's frustrating, dude.
Figure out how to be a better human being.
Now stay tuned. We got the young Asian woman coming up that the token white guy shouldn't come to the friend group. I'm just trying to get a feel for where this come from. Are these people being brainwashed? Am I a racist yet? Even though I don't know it, I was raised by a black family. Trying to get my arms around this one.
And protect the racial hierarchy and the white position of it, which is an unequal hierarchy.
Got it.
All white people are conditioned to be racist. You may not want to be a racist and still be one. You may not even recognize that you're a racist.
Okay, do you hear the, can't understand natural thinking in this chick's voice? You may not want to be a racist, but you still are a racist. How does that make sense? If you don't want to be a racist, and you're not a racist, how does that make you one? I don't get that. Because I hate racism and sexism. Segregating people just because of your gender or your race is fucking stupid. And yet in today's society, it's only gotten worse. Now it's become this thing about blacks versus whites, gays versus straights, cisgendered versus non-binary and trans people. And everyone in that general categorizations, they all want equality, they all want to be accepted in society, and they all want to be treated as equals. But is it about equality, or is it about having more privilege while playing the victim? You know what I'm saying? In today's society, it is, but in yesteryears, not so much. Because the hatred that people have for white, cisgendered, straight males is validated because men in those categories have treated everyone else like shit because of society's systematic oppression. There are people in my position who are going, hey, look, I acknowledge I have privilege, but I didn't fucking ask for it. Just like you and your people did not ask to be oppressed. Shocker. Want to sniff it?
And still be one.
Wait a second. So if I don't want to be one, I could still be one. I may not recognize it. I don't know how I am, but I still could be one. So what do I do here? What's like the fix for...
Okay, so if you're not a racist, you don't want to be one, then you're not one. It's just, that's simple logic.
A problem that I don't know I have, that I may or may not have, that she tells me I do have?
People who are racially literate often recognize racism and racists before the racist does.
So she's racially literate. You are not. You're a troglodyte. She can explain it to you. Just give her the 10 grand for the corporate seminar and she'll fix all your problems.
Becoming an anti-racist involves becoming racially literate in...
How do I get that brainwashing to become racially literate? Do I go to her course? Do I just give all my shit away to...
You know, here's the equal thought for you. If white people cannot say the N-word with a hard ER at the end, not gonna say it, because fuck racism, I check my privilege, then black people should not be allowed to call us crackers, which is a derogatory term for white people meant to ridicule us whiteys for our racist ancestry. And it's like, dude, fuck racism. You think I want to be reminded every fucking day about what a piece of shit my ancestors were? Fuck off.
Else who just came over from Guatemala, did they count reparations? 200 grand per black farmer in the country. If you
call me a cracker, I'm like, yes, I am a cracker, but the proper term is saltine American, and yes, we do like cheese.
That, take a look in the description.
Recognizing the many, many racially oppressive narratives that perpetuate the myth of white supremacy.
So if there's a myth about white supremacy, are they really suppressed?
We're going to subjugate it to just race, or can we call it racial supremacy? Because that's what it is. People fighting hatred with more hatred. You know what I'm saying?
So the supreme, if it's a myth, trying to understand, I'm trying to track here. Help me out.
Controversial opinion, but if...
Controversial opinion, it's no different with gender supremacy, dude. People who think they're better than you because they're either trans or not. You know, and then you got everyone else in the middle who's just like, hey man, I don't care as long as you're not a sicko. And then you got the assholes on the other side kind of thing.
Have a token white and you're hanging out with your friend group of color.
Am I the token white? I got friends of...
like the token white, bro. Dude. Got like these all peaches and cream, you know, HHC pre-rolls. 2 grams of some good stuff, bro. Yeah.
So they using me as a token? Like to get in places out of the white privilege car? They think they're getting a hookup here? What's going on?
Love and vanity pretty much also describes the problem with race too, you know what I'm saying? Because in some ways, people are oppressed, and in some ways, people are depressed. Both sides will find some way to like blame each other. And what happens then when we spend like the next 600 to 800 years, the near future, where now it's just like whites are becoming the minority now. It's a crazy thing to think about, but it's like, can we just end the segregation? Like, as long as you're not a sicko, racist, sexist, or an inhuman piece of shit, outside of those 4 things, who cares? You want to bully someone because they beat their dog? Fine, but bullying somebody based off of skin tone or like gender is pretty stupid.
Ask permission from everybody in the group to bring your white friend. Like, don't just bring them. Ask for explicit permission from everyone. Because just because
Yeah, but could you imagine how that would sound if it was reversed? Like racially reversed? You and all your white buddies are hanging out and having a beer, and then all of a sudden, like, oh, hey guys, my buddy Tyrone wants to hang out. You know what I'm saying? Now, you'd never see that. So it's like, are we in a fucking point in our society where it's just like, hey, you and your interracial buddies, you got some Asians hanging out with some blacks, and some Mexicans hanging out with some Asians, and like everyone else but whites. So you got like an interracial like group of people, and now it's like you got to ask them, hey, okay, so my buddy Todd wants to hang out, but like he's super white, you guys. How white is he? Is he one of those whites or one of those whites? Oh no, dude, he's super cool. You know, he just tries to fit in, be cool, you know. He doesn't want anyone to think he's racist. You ever notice the people who try their hardest not to be racist end up becoming secretly more racist than the racists themselves? Where everything has to be racist, everything has to be offensive and sexist, and YouTube, it's annoying as shit.
Comfortable with them.
Let me make sure I got this right.
And understandably, of course, if you're not comfortable with white people because of your negative experiences with them, you're entitled to say that. You know what I'm saying? Because white people can be shitty, but we're not all like that, dude.
So my friends that are of color have to ask their other of color friends if I can come so I don't upset this whole weird
Doesn't mean that everybody's comfortable with them. I might not be in the mood to deal with white shenanigans that day. That's
Wait a second.
White shenanigans. What the hell is white shenanigans? We're gonna like fuck our first cousin, smoke some crystal meth, and drink moonshine and watch NASCAR?
Shenanigans. I missed that training class. I know the white privilege cards, the checks in the mail, but I don't know the shenanigan class. Help me.
All I'm saying. And another thing, it feeds into their ego. Like, don't let them think they're a good white person.
So if I get...
So, what the fuck is that? Don't let them think? Okay, if you're an inhuman, racist, sexist, homophobic, transphobic piece of shit, then obviously you're a bad person. But like, if you're none of those things and you're just trying to live your fucking life like everybody else, YouTube, and fuck sickos for that matter, then, you know, we didn't ask for your validation. We didn't. I don't need everyone else being like, oh my God, Cobra, you're such a good person, to validate that.
Into a group. I get invited to a party. Now I'm getting really upset here. And it's mostly people of color. They may invite me to feed into my ego. And that's supposed to make me feel good because I don't know I have the white
privilege ego. It's like, okay, so like what? I try to stand up for racial and gender equality. So people invite me to hang out because it's feeding my ego? That's so fucking stupid, dude.
problem, like I'm a racist. I just don't know it yet. And she doesn't want my ego fed because I'd feel better somehow.
Don't give them that card to use against other people.
Wow,
Please
no,
don't
give me
do
the
that.
card. No.
Not every white person is like that, dude. For fuck's
You can be confident choosing.
For fuck's sake, YouTube. Maybe it's because they want to hang out with people and they're social, and as long as you're not a sicko, who gives a fuck kind of thing. But no, it's because we want our egos fed. It's like, what the fuck is that shit even about, dog? Like, if we try to include ourselves with a different group of people that are racially different because we're diverse and we don't see color, so we try not to be racist and try to have more racially diverse friends, and we get told that you're just, you know, oh my God, it's exhausting. That you're trying too hard, and it's just hashtag white guilt. It can't be because you're having a genuine experience, can it? And now we're being told by people on fucking TikTok the fucking downfall of our society. I swear to God, TikTok. A little bit of TikTok isn't going to hurt. It's just like any other social media page. But people get way too obsessed with this TikTok fame kind of thing, you know? It's just a... So I can't have interracial friends because it's just going to feed my ego, because all white people are racist. But then if I don't have any interracial friends, I'm also a racist. I'm trying to follow the logic of that, and I can't, dude. Fuck racism.